Hello and welcome back to Self-Taught Finance. Today we're going to be covering our heat check, which is our stock market mid-weekly update. Let's get into it.
All right, let's do our heat check for the S&P 500. Let's take a look at, we got technology services, we got Microsoft, it's down about 7.48%, Google, Meta's up about 4.5% or so. Looking at our electronic technology, see Apple's relatively flat, Nvidia relatively flat, Broadcom up 11.09%, that's pretty good. You can see IBM's up 16%, Palantir's up 26.78% for the week. Got Netflix over here. We got looking at our finances. We got Berkshire, relatively flat. JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo's up about 3% or so. Retail trade, Amazon's down about 1%, relatively flat. Walmart's up 5%. Costco's up nearly 9% on the week. Taking a look at our others, we got Visa up about 5% or so. MasterCard up about 3.5%. Got Tesla down about 4.3%. Eli Lilly looking like it's up about 4.3%. And then some of our manufacturing, CAT down about 8.4%. But relatively mixed bag for the week for the S&P 500. Now let's take a look at the performance on the week. So here's our daily performance. We have our 5-day performance, again, looking pretty flat for the week, up about 0.18%. So really relatively flat. Take a look at our volatility for the week. Yeah, we got pretty flat volatility. We had this little spike here up in kind of Friday to Monday over the weekend, but again, relatively flat. Next, we're looking at our fear greed index. So seems to be sitting in the fear category. Week ago is about neutral or so, but I'd say it's pretty close to neutral. I wouldn't necessarily put this in the fear. It's probably because it's been kind of trending closer and closer to the 125-day moving average. But still, I would say it's kind of trading flat within this range here. Looking at our stock price strength, extreme fear, we got stock price breadth sitting at fear. Put and call options, I guess, sitting at fear. Volatility, again, pretty flat. They have it sitting at neutral. Difference in the 20-day stock and bond returns. We have up a little bit for stocks, but again, relatively flat. And then our junk bond demand seems to be sitting in the greed category for the week or for the day. Now looking to the ASX 200 index. This is our heat check for our ASX 200. We got Combanks up a little bit. NAB up a little bit. Macquarie's down 3% or so. You can see BHP's up a little bit. Rio Tinto. And some of our other companies here, I'll move myself over here. We got Woolies down a little bit on the week. Coal is down relatively flat. Again, kind of a mixed bag for the ASX 200. Kind of a mix on the week. Now let's take a look. This is our daily, and we're going to take a peek at our 5-day. So last week, again, sitting relatively flat, very similar to the S&P 500, up about 0.13%. So very marginal, but I would call that pretty much flat for the week. Now let's take a look at our Canadian index. We're moving to the TSX. So this is our TSX Composite. Looking a little more red. We got a little more red here in our finances for the week. Royal's down nearly 4%. CIBC's down nearly 5% for that one. Bank of Nova Scotia down about 3.5%. Brookfield's looking like it's down nearly 6.5% for that. Technology's looking a little bit better. Shopify's up 3.17%. Non-energy materials looking pretty good on the week. Some energies looking pretty good. Industrial is kind of a mixed bag here. Transportation, our two big railroads in Canada. We got CP down nearly 2%, and CNR also down nearly 2%. But other than that, kind of a mixed bag. Other than financials, there's a lot of red in financials. We'll take a peek at what we're doing for the week. Let's see. So this is our daily. Let's take a look at our 5-day. Also pretty flat. We got, up about 0.06%. I would call that pretty much flat for the week. Now let's take a comparison of our 3 indexes. Now we're looking at the TSX Composite in the blue, in the darker blue. We got the S&P 500 in our yellow here, and then our ASX 200 in the lighter blue. And you can see over the last month or so, it's been more or less the same performance, kind of following that same trajectory. Here's our 5-day performance. You can see these are time differences between the North American markets and our Australian markets. And again, you can see they're relatively sitting at the same spot over the last 5 days. And yeah, so if you'd like the video, thanks for watching and subscribe, and that'd be great. Thanks.